Hey guys, welcome to day one of curriculum week. Today we are talking about family subjects and I am ready to dive in. If you guys are new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Abby and I am a homeschooling mom of 4 little ones. Well, not all so little anymore. My kids this upcoming school year are going to be in pre-K 3 all the way up through 6th grade. So this whole week, including today, we're going to be talking about family subjects and then all of the individual grade levels. And then sometime in July, I'll also be sharing a back to school week where I share all things back to homeschool. So if you guys like what you see, give this video a thumbs up and make sure you hit subscribe down below. So before I flip you around and show you all of our family subjects, I wanted to give a little disclaimer because the family subjects video that I make every year is 1, going to be quite long, and 2, possibly overwhelming, especially if you're a new homeschooler. We tend to lean toward the Charlotte Mason style side of things when it comes especially to our family subjects. And so where you'll see quite a few bits and pieces of curriculum, we don't do those things every day, not even every week, some of them. And when we do them, we only do them for about 15 to 20 minutes per subject. So though you'll be seeing quite a bit, please don't hold yourself to some unrealistic standard and think some girl down in Florida is doing a crazy amount of homeschool with her 4 kids and everything's perfect and they have this rich, crazy education. It doesn't actually translate to look that seamless in our day-to-day life. So I just wanted to give that disclaimer that if you're curriculum shopping or you're a new homeschooler, please do not hold yourself to this standard. Only actually research things that catch your attention and that you think will be good for your family. I would hate to discourage anybody by sharing our curriculum choices. I only hope to encourage you. So, like I said, we only do these things a few minutes here and there. None of these are long, exhaustive subjects, and none of them are done day by day. I will be doing a morning basket video come July, and that video will show things like hymns and folk songs and the Bible memory verses that we'll be studying and little bits and pieces like current events, things that I kind of add in. But I didn't want to share all of that in one video. So besides what I'm sharing today, my kids also will be doing art from Yellow Spot Sun. I'll put it up on the screen here. I'm really excited about the curriculum that we chose from them this year, especially because we'll be in some early to modern American history. So I think that will be a perfect art curriculum. This will be, I believe this is gonna be our 4th year using Yellow Spot Sun, and I absolutely love them. So I will link that curriculum down in the description box below, as well as all the rest of these little bits and pieces of our family subjects that I'm showing you today. That being said, I'm gonna flip you around and show you everything else that we will be doing as far as family subjects go. All right, guys, I'm gonna start with science. So we typically have used an Apologia Science and a nature study every year, but with the Apologia Science, I've always added the notebooking journals and then junior notebooking journals, and it took me until the beginning of last year, a couple of months into school, to realize that the notebooking journals to us are just busy work. That's all we were using them for, the copy work, the lap books or the mini books or whatever. And I just realized that since we balance both a formal science curriculum and a nature study, that I didn't need to do the notebooking journals for Apologia, and it would probably be even more enjoyable for our family just doing the text. So I choose personally to still do a formal science curriculum in elementary school. I know that it's not required, but it's just something that I enjoy adding on to nature studies. So I know it's not officially like a Charlotte Mason style family subject, but for me, it's just something that I really enjoy, and it's something that my kids enjoy. So we're going to do zoology once again, the land animals of the 6th day. We only got about halfway through last year, and then I just realized that we could take 2 years on the textbook if we wanted to, because we tend to have to do that anyway, or we just rush it or we don't finish. And since we're doing both a nature study and a formal science curriculum, I realized that it probably would be smart to plan about 2 years per science curriculum in order to do nature study well, which is my priority. So we put away the notebooking journals and the junior notebooking journals. I got the CD so that it would help us along a little bit. And we're just gonna do the projects and experiments that are in the textbook instead of worrying about using the notebooking journals as well. So we're gonna continue this. This is my daughter's last year doing science with us officially. I'm sure she'll still sit in the years to come, but once she's in 7th grade, she's going to move into the general science and physical science and all of that Apologia offers for 7th and 8th grade, and then she'll move into their high school studies. And then Exploring Nature with Children is our nature study this year, and I am so excited. So I found out about this curriculum last summer, but I just decided it was too much of a rush to make it fit into the school year that I had already planned last year, but I thought about it all year long, so I knew this was going to be a good fit for our family. We did not get the student journals for this. I just got the curriculum. It's download. I think it was $20 or less for the download, and then I printed it myself and bound it at home. This idea to bind it by season I got from Jessica at the Waldock Way. I'll link that video up here in the corner. Now the student journals include copy work. Also, it has like a nature journal section, etc. But I just wanted this for the guided nature walks and the references to the Handbook of Nature Study, the Storybook of Science, and then there is a poem, extension activities, and a picture study per unit. And this is really cool. So I don't know which season this one is, but I bound it by season, but I did put like the table of contents at the beginning of each one. So let's see here. So March, week 3, this is what you're studying. Here's the nature walk activity. So you would essentially teach your kids this section, and then it gives you a guided nature walk. And then it always has a book list, references to the Handbook of Nature Study, a poem, extension activities, and a piece of art that goes along with it. It is just one guided nature walk per week, and I really love that. I could always use new ideas for nature study and nature walks rather than just visiting different trails. And so essentially, the main reason I got this curriculum was for the guided nature walk, but I also like the extension activities and the little bits of beauty sprinkled in. So this is where we're gonna put a lot of our focus as far as science goes this year. And then I wanted to show you our nature journals for the year. I actually got one myself. This is just some mixed media paper. You have an option of that or just standard paper. And there are beautiful Bible verses on the front. So I have my own because I like to model it for my kids, and I also like learning about nature alongside them. Here's Isabella's. I chose top bound. I thought that would be great for their watercolor. Jessie, Eli, and then little Miss Annabeth has her own because you know she would like to participate with the older kids as well. So these are from Anna Vance Paper Co. So that is everything we are using for science. Where should I move on to? Okay, moving over here, our picture study, poet study, artist study, etc. We are doing Handel this year, and we only study one composer per year versus one per term. I like to give us time to do it well versus rushing it. So we're doing Handel this year, and this came with the CDs. And then John reminded me after I got this CD, a science CD, and a history CD that we don't own a CD player because everything is like Bluetooth in our house. So I'm gonna have to get a CD player for our homeschool room. So we're doing Handel. Our poet this year is Emily Dickinson. I'm really looking forward to doing this one. This one is also from Simply Charlotte Mason. And then we, instead of doing one artist per term, we just do one per semester, even though we don't necessarily break things down by semesters. We follow the 3 12-week term rule, but I will just do one before Christmas and then one after Christmas. So this year we are doing Homer and we are doing Fra Angelico. And to go along with all of this, as well as history and other things, we have a new Book of Centuries this year. I covered up our last name there. This is also from Anna Vance Paper Co. But our old Book of Centuries was just like, you know, printed and bound by me, and it has been through the ringer. So we'll transfer some things that really matter to my kids into this new one, but this new one is heavy duty, it's beautiful, and it is going to be just a special part of our homeschool. So we also have that. Now, geography, we are doing visits to Africa. This goes hand in hand with a video you'll see later in the week, which is for my daughter's middle school history curriculum. But on the days that she does geography, we're just gonna do it as a family. So we're gonna do visits to Africa. And then I have a few things that go along with it: Hungry Planet, Material World, Letters from Egypt. These are things we'll reference often. But during my back to school week, I will show you all of the assigned readers and additional books that we'll be doing along with this curriculum. We're still using Laying Down the Rails and Laying Down the Rails for Children. This is just a beloved part of our homeschool, and I will be using this with all of my kids, through their senior year of high school. I mean, it's helpful for me as well. And we're also finishing up Story of the World Level 4 as a family. We have gone through the whole Story of the World cycle, and when we finish this, we'll go right back to Level 1, and all of my kids, when they're in elementary school, will do this together. We do the activity book with a friend once a week or twice a month, depending on what the year has in store for us. And as they get to middle school and are doing a more intensive history curriculum, they likely will still sit in on the small chapter reading, which is part of our morning basket time. Technically, we don't do Bible during school. The Picture Smart Bible is something that we've loved for years. We stopped doing this during our homeschool, and we've started doing this as a family in the evenings as we read the actual Bible verse by verse together. We'll stop and we'll go through this a little, but I wanted to show you guys once again because I knew I was going to get asked what we used for Bible. So technically we don't use this during school, but this is something that we use as a family, and I suppose you could count it as part of curriculum, but it is just kind of part of our life. And now I'm going to move on to a few things that we use for our Friday enrichment days. So I would still consider these to be family subjects, but I didn't want to overwhelm you guys and make you think that we do these things consistently like we do the rest of these things. Twice a month we have an enrichment day in our homeschool where we have poetry tea time and we work on our handcraft and we just do some more fun things. So this year our handcraft is brush drawing, and I have all the supplies for this I got from Simply Charlotte Mason. And then I also have the creative arts and crafts projects that we got from The Good and the Beautiful last year, and we really enjoy this. And I'm gonna mix that up with the Wild and Free handcrafts because this is really, I mean, this book in itself is beautiful, but some of these handcrafts are great, and I really think my kids are gonna enjoy them. They're gonna teach them some really great life skills, but they're not something I can do on a weekly basis. So we're gonna rotate between this and this, just depending on what the week holds. So those are our family, kind of like the core subjects. Of course, there are a bunch more supplements, but like I said earlier in the video, in the beginning of July, I will do a morning basket video so you guys can see all of the smaller details like the hymns we've chosen for the year, the folk songs, etc. I just didn't want to put that all in one video and make it super overwhelming. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you pop over to my Instagram and put in your request if you're seeing this the day of for what you would like to see a flip through of, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.